Seid ihr da? Chat? Chat, seid ihr da? Dass ein Turn kommt, aber kennt das Spiel auch nicht. Ich auch nicht. Zuerst ich auch nicht. Es ist spannend. Muss meine Flosse halten. Flossen. Flossen genossen. Her damit. Zeigt her. Zeigt her eure Füße. Zeigt her eure Schuhe. Ich drehe mich um und sag Mumu. Das klingt komisch. Warum diese gruselige Musik? Warum ist die Musik hier so gruselig? Oh, warum ist denn diese Musik so gruselig? Soll ich das lieber nicht machen? Der hat ja gerade eine Dings hochgejagt, oder? Das zeigt auf was.
A key. Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Oh. Für was war der Raum? Habt ihr es gesehen, wo der hinführt? Wisst ihr, für was der Key war? Ich hab nicht aufgepasst. Boah, warum ist im Keller gruselige Musik? Ah, hier, sein Büro.
Hey, Forrest!
Ah!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Oh mein Gott.
Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Junge, Peggy.
What have you found, Forrest?
I think I need to keep looking.
All right then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Ich möchte nochmal dazu sagen, ich würde mich freuen, wenn wir einfach am Samstag ein ganz entspanntes Horrorspiel spielen. Wir können wirklich ja was Entspanntes spielen. Ich glaube, ich bin aktuell nicht so bereit für Horror. Storm Riders Live on Tour, The Twilight Tour, The Scream, Radio. Noch habe ich nichts gefunden, wa? Was suchen wir denn überhaupt? Die sind komplett. Warum hat er. Was ist denn das hier? Also, der hat irgendwas mit dem Radio gemacht. Der hat das Radio gespickt. Was ist das für ein Regal? Hallo Snorp. Ist das nicht hier? Irgendwas da.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Kann ich es hier denn unten abspielen oder geht das hier gar nicht? Habe ich hier irgendwas zu abspielen oder muss ich hochgehen? Der hat nichts? Doch, hier.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait.
George Barrow?
We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes.
Okay.
I guess that's what this map is about.
Okay.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Ich finde das alles massig gruselig, Chat. Ihr müsst ein bisschen mehr Quatsch schreiben. Sowas wie, Jules, du bist die Coolste, das Spiel sieht so gruselig aus, ich mache mir gleich ins Hemd, du machst das so gut. Okay, ich muss noch was erledigen. Die Atmosphäre ist saugut gemacht. Ich verstehe nicht ganz. Das ist ja Storage Space. Ich bin tough und mutig. Ohne dich hätte ich schon längst von nasse Hosen. Ich bin cool. Ach, du machst die gleich in die Hose? Okay. Dankeschön für eure unterstützenden Worte an der Stelle. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie ich aufstehe, so. Muss ich jetzt irgendwie noch was zusammenbauen, oder? Die Winde noch, ja. Und ich weiß ehrlich gesagt nicht, was ich damit anfangen soll. Ich meinte eher, dass das die Nachrichten sind, die ihr in den Chat schreibt. Die Hose mache ich mir Gott sei Dank nicht hier in dem Game, aber ich habe auch ein bisschen, bin ich auch ein bisschen hilflos gerade. Ist ein bisschen dunkel, ich sehe nichts. Seht ihr was? Ich finde das richtig gut. Nadine hat mir eine Windel geschickt.
Jules Bu.
Ich habe mir einfach eine Windel geschickt. Das finde ich richtig gut. Vor allem einfach so vor meinem Umzug noch mehr Quatsch zu Hause zu haben, den ich überhaupt nicht in meinem Leben brauche. Ist auf jeden Fall ein Vibe. Ach so, lol, hier ist noch ein Raum. Gibt's davon mehrere? Ja, hier.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death.
Vor 5 Stunden.
Time of autopsy is
2 Uhr Nacht ist sie gestorben. 2 Uhr Nacht. 2 Uhr nachts. Lieferschein. Security. Sicherheitsanlagenmodell 4000. Da haben wir was gehört, ne? Repair. Uhrzeit. Installation nicht möglich. Neue Teile erforderlich. Neues Installationstime 17.07. Da steht doch bestimmt jetzt versteckt, dass der da war, oder? Das ist doch ganz versteckt, dass der da war. Dass er das war und der ist nicht erstickt. Was soll die Musik? Was ist passiert? Soll ich mich verstecken?
small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Er ist durch den Wald gerannt. Wie verrückt durch Unterholz. Wie verrückt durch Unterholz gerannt. Nicht ertrunken bis jetzt.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Okay, wir wissen, dass er getötet wurde. Wir wissen, dass er getötet wurde. Und dass er nicht ertrunken ist. Aber warum genau hat er das gemacht? Ah! Ratte! Danke für die Bits.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a
Hallo Ratte. Schön, dass du da bist. Was? Nochmal?
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
bodenlos. Oh, ich habe Angst, dass ich mir einfach in die Hose groß mache.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
Dr. Sullivan. Das ist doch eine Falle. Für Samstag die Windel. Bis Samstag die Windel. Vielleicht. Vielleicht auch nicht. Wir wissen noch nicht, ob es am Samstag schlimm wird. Noch wissen wir es nicht. Noch sieht es nicht so aus. Noch spielen wir ein ganz normales Horrorspiel. Oh, ich krieg die nicht aufgehoben. Ach so, ich kann ja nicht, oder?
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
Danke für die Bits. Noch nicht. Noch nicht. Ist nur heute und Samstag noch.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
Clive ist tot.
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek, drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst, that I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start
What the hell?
truth together.
Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Hello. Matthews. Danke für den Tier 2 Sub 3 Monate im Voraus und im 9. Monat. Dein Erdbärchen ist jetzt toll am Glitzern. Thank you very much. Matthews, Dankeschön für den Support. Und danke sogar für den Tier 2 Sub. Vielen, vielen Dank. Oh mein Gott, es ist so laut. Ist nicht so gruselig, wenn er da ist, ne? Sag, du hast es für den Rückweg gemacht, ne? Ja, ich weiß auch nicht, warum der so günstig ist. Verstehe ich gar nicht. Naja. Naja. Nico, da hast du recht, hallo. Dankeschön für die Betzes. So. Weiter geht's.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Nein.
Maybe, but then there's this next bit where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
Moved the body? How weird.
Danke, Nadine.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded the doctor, Dr. Sullivan, to stop recording.
Dr. Sullivan. Wait, Virginia Sullivan? She was her caller from earlier.
Well, then our caller was involved in a conspiracy around this boy's death.
Oh.
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on.
Sie können wir anrufen,
I,
okay.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know,
Spannend.
but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Why
Okay,
didn't he
also
just
ist ein
come out
guter.
with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Okay, 3 Uhr nachts. Spannend, das geht weiter. Seid ihr noch auf der Höhe, Chat, oder muss irgendjemand abgeholt werden?
God, you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really. How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this
Voll
happening?
da, sehr gut. Die neue.
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
Du bist gar nicht hinterher, ne? Wenn du gar keinen Plan hast, ist es, glaube ich, sehr, sehr schwer zu erklären. Aber wir sind jetzt so weit, dass wir haben jetzt 4 Stunden Spielzeit. Ich denke mal, eine Stunde spielen wir noch oder 1,5 maximal, denke ich. Wir haben bis jetzt die Nacht durchgecarried und den Polizeifunk übernommen und versucht, Opfer zu retten, die vor dem Whistling Man davonrennen, einem Mörder. Jetzt versuchen wir herauszufinden, warum genau, also was mit ihm los ist, wer er eigentlich ist. Und da ist wohl damals jemand gestorben und es sind wohl mehrere Leute daran beteiligt, das zu vertuschen. Und ja, wir wollen jetzt rausfinden, was da vertuscht wurde, was überhaupt passiert ist.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Okay.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. we're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Was ist laut?
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you?
Oh.
Goose?
Plunker, it's Goose.
Goose! Where are you? Get your ass here! The party has moved!
Oh, cool. Where's it moved to?
This old lady's house. She's pretty cool, though. Dude, she said we could raid her liquor cabinet if we stayed and protected her. Of course, we're not drinking anymore. We're staying sharp in case that whistling turd turns back up. The old lady might need our help.
Of course, man. Of course. Hey, could you put me on with the old lady? You know, should check if it's cool for me to drop by.
Oh, there's that Goose respect we love. I'll grab her now.
Hello? Is this Goose?
Hey, Dr. Sullivan.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Ich hoffe auch, dass ich einen Erfolg bekomme. Bin ich ehrlich, Kali. Ich gebe mir richtig Mühe. Ich will 69 mindestens schaffen. Ich finde auch gut, dass du das jetzt nochmal raushebst, weil ich gebe mir wirklich Mühe, hier nebenbei zu werfen, ja?
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Voller Einsatz, immer 100%.
What would I know?
100 oder nichts.
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Hm.
Why are you so
bist du dir
certain
sicher?
Clive's the whistling man?
Because he... all those years ago, he...
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest he... well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you stay quiet?
All right.
Oh oh, sie packt aus.
I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick.
Mhm.
For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said. And that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand. She
Was
needed
da oben eigentlich ein Loch?
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia.
Osti. Ja, for real, oder? Der beobachtet mich echt dadurch.
So,
Gruselig. Ich dich auch auf eine ganz weirde Art und Weise, Ratte. Gute Nacht, ihr lieben Obsis und Jules. Selbst ein Smoky Gags Jumpscare-Ass kommt von Herzen. Danke.
Tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep
Danke.
quiet about
Danke
George's
für den
death.
Support und eine
But for
wunderschöne
who?
gute
Why
Nacht.
cover up these
Bis
details?
Freitag oder Samstag, wenn du magst.
We could try Sandra.
What would Sandra know?
I don't know, but we have to start somewhere. Anyway, just
Ja.
be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
Nicht zu hart
Alright,
sein, okay.
Calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio.
Ein fetter
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Stream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
You got my number.
Ah.
But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest.
Of course.
Aber gerade
You know
geflirtet.
why the Whistling Man might have targeted you.
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Have you had to keep quiet about anything? Any secrets you've had to keep?
What would I have to keep quiet about?
I don't know. I mean, could be that you've seen something or heard something.
I never saw anything. And even if I did, what would that matter? And it was years ago.
Eben.
Sandra, are you okay?
It was years ago.
We know, Sandra.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Okay.
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And
Eine will ich
everything would
noch
be
werfen.
okay.
Oh, es hat nicht geklappt.
Sandra? Who was he?
He said, if I told everyone I found the kid in the reservoir instead of the river, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't do this.
no.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Well,
Gut.
folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on,
100, aber kein
Please,
Steam-Achievement.
That's good timing. We've got a call
Aber auch
waiting
keine
just a
Benachrichtigung, glaube ich,
second.
an. Glaube ich auch keine Benachrichtigung an. Sad. Ist so.
I suppose I should take this call. Welcome to 189.16, The Stream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue.
Das ist der
with
Typ von der
everything tonight,
Pizza.
But I wondered if you could send this special birthday message to my uncle.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Immer offen.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you would like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my god damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at just...
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
Sorry, Forrest.
Junge, der Typ fuckt mich
Let's
so
just
ab,
move
ne?
on. We've already got another caller on the line.
Pontis Pizza, wirklich, da wird niemand von euch bestellen.
This is 189.16, The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller.
Jetzt ein Lachen oder ein Weinen?
Ponty's Pizza always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Können wir den bannen oder so?
Forrest? Are you okay? Forrest?
I hope the whistling man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Den auch bannen, wenn ich könnte, ne? Nur mal auf die Blacklist. Zack, weg damit, ey, wirklich. Hallo Haki, die Dame hinterm Monitor. Wie geht es Ihnen denn? Mir geht es heute noch mal besser. Mir geht es heute ganz okay. Ich hoffe, dir geht's auch gut. Nach diesem Chat hier. Chat, wie geht's euch? Ihr werdet gefragt. Der Chat ist heute ein bisschen entspannter. Die wollen ein bisschen meine Flosse halten, aber die machen das schon ganz okay heute.
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now.
Sehr gut sogar.
Well, we've got another call. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, wenn der jetzt nochmal anruft, ne?
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16.
Was war schon dein Freitag? Oh,
With
schön.
me, Forrest Nash. Who may I say is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don. Don? We
Demon.
played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Ah.
Can you go somewhere else?
Home is the safest place I can be. Please.
Oh, heute habe ich noch niemanden getötet, außer eine Person so nebenbei, aber...
I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our
Ich glaube,
listeners lives
von
there
gestern
too.
nur die 2, 3.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park. But I doubt any of your listeners live there. I
Vom
don't have any
Bahnhof.
neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
Ah, Moment mal. Der Hund.
Is that a neighbor's dog?
Yes, it is. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing and... Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any...
Das war der Typ auf dem Dings, ne? Auf dem...
The whistling man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system? Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident. This system's not even installed at Woodside.
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Starling. Gut, das ist an uns, ne? Was ist denn jetzt die,
Starling Security 4000, huh?
That's right. Very newly installed. I need the key code before the whistling man gets me.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
wisst ihr, was ich für ein Gefühl habe?
Alright, folks.
Leute, ist mal ganz kurz. Ich habe das gesehen gerade. Ganz unten steht, dass bei uns auch dieses Security System eingebaut ist und dass der das selber eingebaut hat. Ich glaube, weil wir ja am Bahnhof sind, ich glaube, sie ist bei uns. Und ich glaube, sie möchte die Tür aufmachen für den Killer. Ich glaube, sie arbeitet mit dem zusammen. Ich glaube, sie arbeitet gegen uns.
Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy, while I try to break Dawn into her apartment.
Weil das, was die gesagt hat, ist nicht. Die hat gesagt Woodside Apartments, aber da ist sie nicht, weil es ist nicht möglich, das zu installieren.
A classic backed by popular demand. This is
Oder?
Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah, well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at K-Town. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
Nothing by way of key codes.
I see.
Any ideas, Peggy?
Dawn says she's stuck outside the Woodside Apartments with the whistling man nearby. She's locked out because of some new security system.
Yeah, the Starling 4000.
Right. And we had the same security system delivered here. Clive was going to install it.
Also müssen wir jetzt den
so
Code suchen
check
gehen.
the basement. I guess that's where Clive would have stuff like that.
Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
Perfekt, wir gehen einfach nochmal in den Keller, das ist kein Problem, oder? Der Keller ist eh der beste Ort dafür. Ich finde auch gut, wie die Musik direkt wechselt. Ab in den Keller. Mann, das ist doch einfach Kacke. Okay, diesmal habe ich tatsächlich alles abgesucht. Oh, Zesti, Mann, du sollst meine Flosse halten. Und nicht sowas machen. Mach mir doch keine Angst. Halt mir doch lieber meine Hand. Was ist das denn? Ich dachte, ihr seid meine Freunde und nicht meine Feinde. Ja. Oh mein Gott, Mann. Mann. Oh. Fische sind Freunde, kein Futter, Chat. Danke. Nö, ich bin schon zufrieden. Wenn ihr Bits spendet, bin ich zufriedener, als wenn ihr Subs spendet. Bin ich okay heute mit. Bin ich heute okay mit. Bin ich nicht mad. Bin ich nicht mad. Jetzt los in die Jules mit Subs. Ich glaube, heute ist ruhiger Stream. Haki. Los in die Jules. In mich? Ich gehe auch gleich mal in mich. Und denk mal drüber nach, wer als nächstes gebannt wird. Wo war denn die andere Tür? Das war wohl nicht der Raum, wo ich hin sollte. Och Mann, ey, dieses Spiel fuckt mich so ab. Why is this so creepy? And why I am so scared? Miep, 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 miep. Ich suche alles in Ruhe ab. Ich habe gute Laune. Kein Problem. Wir brauchen nichts. Kein Problem. Ist nicht gruselig.
Starling 4000. User Manual.
Ich hab's.
These codes should
Gute Nacht,
come in
Obst und
handy.
Philipp. Danke für den tollen Stream. Er war richtig knorke und gibt immer Obacht in den Radiostudios. Ich gebe Obacht im Bett und die träume nicht zu böse. Wenn das finde ich gut, Dalo. Dankeschön, dass du da warst. Ich wünsche dir eine gute Nacht, dass du gut schläfst. Danke für visiting the Obstkorb. Maybe we see you on the Friday. It would be great. Ich freue mich. Also wir uns nicht, aber deine Lieblingsstreamerin Jules vielleicht. Wichtig, bei der Eingabe von Codes und Anweisungen müssen aufeinanderfolgende Tasteneingaben innerhalb von 4 bis 5 Sekunden erfolgen. Vergehen 4 bis 5 Sekunden, ohne dass eine Taste gedrückt wird, gilt die Eingabe als abgebrochen und muss komplett wiederholt werden. Bitte beachten Sie die Hinweise bei der Durchführung jeder weder in diesem Handbuch beschriebene Prozedur. Stimmt, du weißt ja noch nicht, ob du es schaffst. Ja, vielleicht schaffst du es ja. Sie hat gesagt, sie würde sich freuen. Junge, ich habe Stimme in meinem Kopf, oder was? Warte, ich muss kurz... Jules sagt, sie freut sich auch auf dich, wenn es klappt. So, jetzt halte ich meinen Mund. Sollten Ihnen bei der Eingabe eines Sicherheitscodes einen Fehler unterlaufen, so drücken Sie Sternchen und beginnen Sie von vorne. Einführung. Unser hochmodernes Sicherheitssystem arbeitet mit einem 6-stelligen Codesystem. Geben Sie einfach den Code des Tastenfelds ein und genießen Sie die absolute Sicherheit. Starling Security bietet eine Reihe von Funktionen. Die Standardcodes für diese Funktionen sind nachstehend aufgeführt. Bitte ändern Sie diese Codes umgehend, um die unerwünschten Zutritt zu verhindern. Wartungsaufforderung, Alarmtest, Achtung, sämtliche Sicherheitsfunktionen werden ausgelöst. Alarmtest, deaktivieren, Zugangscode 715914. Okay, wir haben ihn. Schutz ist ja auch meine Schwester so ein bisschen. Wo soll ich denn das jetzt eigentlich eingeben? Wo ist denn das Sicherheitssystem? Wo soll hier ein Sicherheitssystem sein? Wir sind eingebrochen. So sicher kann es hier nicht sein. Ne, wir sind nicht traurig, dass jemand schneller ist. Genau so ist gut. Ging ja trotzdem nicht schnell genug. Ist ja nicht schlimm. Passt. Ich hab's gesucht. In Lumia habe ich es nicht. Ich hab's woanders drin. Fetter Kuchen, wenn du jetzt natürlich gehst. Dann tut mir jetzt ein bisschen leid für dein Ego, aber... Ich habe ja gestern schon drum gebeten, dass ihr es nicht so abused. Das ist ja auch tatsächlich netterweise einfach dafür gemeint, dass man einfach miteinander agieren kann oder mal was sagen kann oder so. Das ist nicht dafür da, unnötig dumm rumzuspammen. Aber das habe ich auch gestern schon gebeten. So, wo soll ich jetzt damit hingehen? Wo genau soll das denn sein?
Welcome back, Forrest.
Achso, ich
Find
sollte
anything?
hochkommen.
Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
I saw a list of everyone else who bought the Starling 4000. Know who was on there?
Oh my god. Roller Ricky! Do you think we should give him a call?
Ja.
Is that crazy? I don't know what you'd say, but...
That might be a good idea.
Okay, one moment. I got the number here. Patching you through.
Shit.
He probably can't hear it over the music. Forrest, I don't know about this. This is super weird.
Just put me through to Don. I'll take care of this one way or another.
Okay, if you say so. Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I've been so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Die lügt, ne? Eins 515. Ich würde den Alarmtest
The
durchgeben.
code is 191519.
Thank you, Forrest.
Ja, ist bei uns. Oder? Ist bei ihr nur.
Son of a bitch. Ah!
Is she?
Yeah, stay out! Nobody disrespects the sanctity
Die
of
wollte zu dem Typen.
Don't ever come back here again! I'm calling the
Die
cops!
wollte zu Ricky.
Thank
Stimmt,
God.
Ricky war ja der mit dem Hund. Das heißt, wir haben Ricky gerettet.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ricky, get back inside and turn on the radio. Whoever that was, she was trying to break into the ring.
She? Forrest, man, you got no idea. That was him! That was the whistling man! The alarm gave me just enough time to get my rifle. I don't like hurting folk, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie. He's my best friend, you know? Listen, man, I'm heading back inside. Gonna barricade that window. My man, thank you. You and Peggy can skate for free whenever you want, forever. That's a done deal.
Thanks, Ricky. Can't wait.
You got it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, Gallows Creek. Here's some music while we process what just happened.
So,
Das war
the
knapp.
whistling man is a woman?
I know. I can't believe it.
She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
Hm.
I knew she wasn't right.
Is that right, Sherlock? Why do you think she requested that song?
Vielleicht wollte sie mich nach draußen
To get me
locken.
outside?
Maybe, but how? She didn't know the song was outside to start with.
That's right. She never actually attacked me out there.
So, what now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you. We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn. This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Moritz, danke für den Prime-Sub. Danke für den 5. Monat. Thank you. Ich freue mich. Danke.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Danke,
Okay, folks,
danke.
time to take a call. You're through to Forrest Nash
Wechselgeld vom PC zum gemütlichen Bett.
189.16.
Klingt nach
The
einem Deal.
Scream.
Bis gleich, Haki.
Hey, man.
Murphy?
Damn straight.
What's going on, Murphy? You in danger again?
Nah, man. I've just been listening to the show here at home. And since you asked folks to call in if they could help out, well, I'm calling. I don't know if I can say as much as other folks have, but I figure I wouldn't be a good role model to Fernando if I didn't try to help, you know?
You're a good father, Murphy.
Absolutely. Fernando's a lucky kid.
Oh, thanks. So, what do you want to know?
Well, what can you tell us?
I don't know, really.
Huh?
All right. Well,
Okay.
do you know anything about the death of George Barrow?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What about the killer herself?
Herself? Man, I didn't get my ass kicked by a lady. The man I went toe-to-toe with was a man.
You heard the last call, right, Murphy?
Yep.
So you know it's a woman, and you were trained by a VHS, Murphy.
I know, but... Man, how could it have been a woman under that mask?
Let's just move on. Do you know anything about the history of the Whistling Man?
No, sir. Tonight's the first time I ever heard of him.
What?
I moved here 3 years ago, man. What do you want from me?
Hey, man, no worries. Just thank you for trying.
Right. Sorry I couldn't help
Hat er jetzt
you
einfach so
all more,
angerufen,
man.
einfach so?
Now, if you'd have asked me about gators...
Forrest, we have a call coming in.
Hä, ultra random, dass er anruft, einfach nur um die Leitung zu blockieren, oder was? Das Game gerade ziemlich huckt, müssen wir ins Bett. Passt gut auf euch auf und bleibt schön drin. Ja, bleibt drin! Schwert die Türen ab! Noch einen schönen Abend, eine gute Nacht und morgen einen angenehmen Tag in der Stadt. Ich wünsche euch beiden eine wunderschöne gute Nacht. Der Rest wird ja auf YouTube kommen, falls ihr das nachschauen wollt. Also schon ziemlich bald. Dankeschön fürs Reinschauen, Dankeschön fürs Mitfiebern.
Sorry, Murphy. I think that's all we've got time for right now.
All right. I'll catch y'all with the gator talk later. Night.
Well, folks, that was a bust. But perhaps our next caller has more they can tell us. Let's find out.
Okay.
This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. Just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was he talking to a woman?
I don't know. They had a mask and wore all black.
Das kann man ja hören.
Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left. They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait,
Bin noch da,
why didn't you make
Bibi.
sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" Before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital.
Die kennen sich also auch.
So we need an ambulance.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
Can you tell us where Jason was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg!
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line
Ach,
2.
muss ich jetzt helfen?
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. With the ambulances, well, you know.
I know, but please,
Ich
we
hoffe,
need
die helfen
something,
mir.
or he's going to die.
Forrest, Listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
Alright, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you.
Okay,
You think you can handle that?
gehen wir hin.
Hit me. I'm sure we can handle it.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply
Hinlegen.
continuous pressure directly to the affected
Yeah.
areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed. Got it. I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I
Bro,
think we
das ist
can
ja wohl
handle this.
Basic-Wissen. Das
Glad you
wusste ich
got it
doch
so far,
schon.
because there's more to go.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right. Don't replace bandages.
Warm
elevate his
halten, Bein
legs,
hochlegen.
Keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry.
Kriegen wir hin.
That's as much as I can give you right
Als
now.
ob wir nichts aufschreiben oder so.
Find someone to
Oder
get him stabilized
aufnehmen.
and get him here as quick as you can.
Quatsch, wirklich.
Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
Hi, Casey. I'm here. How are you doing?
I need help! I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left, but he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg?
Drin lassen.
It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
Nein.
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
I think we need to secure the knife so it doesn't move around. Do you have anything you can tie around it?
Yeah. There's some laundry piled up on top of the dryer. Some cloths on the hood of the car, and what else? I guess I've got my jacket.
Mimi. Die frische Wäsche, oder? Bevor es jetzt noch eine Infektion gibt.
Look in the laundry for something like a towel or a shirt. Hold that over the wound.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy you some new whites, Jason. Here we go. I'm sorry, Jason. It's secure. I'm putting pressure on his stomach again. I'm starting to think we might make it.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Now isn't the best time, Peggy. Can it wait?
Forrest, it's kind of important.
All right. Give me a second. Casey, I'm going to have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything and we'll be there. I
Ja, aber die
promise.
Wunde ist doch jetzt im Bauch nicht.
I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Could somebody nearby help them? Maybe drive them to the hospital?
You know, that's exactly what I was wondering.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I might. A little before you started working here, K-Fam did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does K-Fam's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files
Okay,
in
wir brauchen die
Reggie's office.
Nummern.
It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Go on.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note-taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, the future is floppy?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them. You put them in a computer and they do something.
Floppy disks.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
Ich habe seinen Bauch aber gar nicht
I'll just slide it under
geholfen.
my door now.
Thanks, Peggy. I'll just have to look around.
Good.
Mal.
I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Jetzt habe ich inzwischen alle Schlüssel, oder? Wer ist eigentlich Reggie und wo ist sein Büro? Hier?
Locked tight.
Wo ist Reggies Büro? Haben wir das schon mal gesehen? Ist hier noch mehr? Glaube ich, der Chef, ja. Aber wo soll der Chef nochmal extra sein? Ich habe irgendwie ein schlechtes... Also der ist ja wohl nicht unten, oder? Junge, die Musik macht mich komplett kirre, ehrlich. Ich kann das nicht mehr. Ah, da. Da ist sein Büro.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
Very important date. Okay, also sein PIN ist ein sehr, sehr wichtiges Datum. Okay. Hallo Barry Hayes, hello. Das Game sehr cool gemacht, finde ich auch. Mich huckt's auch. Ich finde es schade, dass es... Wisst ihr, was ich immer so schade finde? Und deswegen mag ich meinen Stream. Und ich weiß, das klingt jetzt voll abgehoben, aber das meine ich gar nicht so, sondern ich meine... Deswegen mag ich das hier einfach oder einfach meinen Stream generell, weil ganz ehrlich, manche Leute spielen jetzt 20 Stunden am Tag Valorant und haben dabei 50.000 Zuschauer, weil das Spiel ja so ultra interessant ist, aber ich finde, solche Games sind einfach mega nice. Ich finde das viel besser. Ich mag das viel lieber. Ex Forever. Protagonist und Bösewicht aus dem Original müssen zurückkommen. Okay. Und viel zu wenig Aufmerksamkeit. Ich würde auch behaupten, dass Leute weniger bei mir zuschauen, wenn ich solche Spiele spiele, als wenn ich irgendwelche... Interessant? Naja, ich will jetzt ja nicht sagen, vergleich die Zuschauerzahlen, weil ich nicht weiß, wie viel mir zuschauen. Aber ich bin mir relativ sicher, dass mir heute never ever 100 Leute zuschauen. Nicht mal. Und andere Games sind schon ordentlich geklickt. Einfach wegen dem Grind, I guess. Und das liest du auf meine Post-its zu stehen. Okay. Genie fragen, wo die Bänder sind. Inzwischen sind es Wochen vergangen. Überfällig. Ja, Quatsch. Brauchen wir nicht. UFO-Park. Insert a floppy disk.
Could this be it?
Well, ein gutes Spiel kann ich leider nicht so nachvollziehen. Ich finde das immer so sehr unpersönlich, solche Spiele im Stream. Aber ey, ich kann es voll verstehen, wenn man da so in den Grind mit reingeht und mitfiebert. Pizzakillerbote tötet mit einem Pizzaroller. Ein Stück geht auf mich. Brutalerweise wird nie Pizza geliefert. Was ist mit dem letzten Pizzaboten passiert? Vielleicht als Freund des letzten Mädchens in die Story schreiben? Protagonistin ist College-Studentin Megan. Nachname folgt. Sie ist klug, hübsch, einfallsreich und laktoseintolerant. Vertieft die Abgrenzung zwischen ihr und dem Pizzakiller. Magst du was nicht zum Zuschauen, aber auch nicht zum selber zocken? Oh. Finde am 7.11. statt ein wichtiges Datum für die Stadt. Oh, am 7.11. ist mein Geburtstag! Und Tiger, danke für den Follow. Als ob der Code was mit meinem Geburtstag zu tun hat. Das never ever, ist noch nie passiert. Der große Gänseaufmarsch, ein Ereignis. Dieses Jahr noch. Tu mal nicht so. Ja, ich habe bald Geburtstag. Ein Ereignis, bei dem plötzlich eine große Zahl Gänse aufgetaucht ist und die Stadt vom Verhungern gerettet hat, sollten sie in die generelle Geschichte eingeflochten werden. Während des Films muss Megans Unterstützungsnetzwerk eliminiert werden, wie bei X3, nur noch krasser. Der Film startet vielleicht eine Kooperation mit Ponti's Pizza. 1 von 10 Bestellungen erhalten eine Pizzarolle und Eintrittskarte. Fucking Ponti's Pizza. Mit Bestellung des Reginald Scott. Reginald Scott. Er braucht 4. Dann müssen wir... Oh, schade. Ist nicht mein Geburtstag. Nicht 0711.
Nice.
Es ist wirklich mein Geburtstag. 7.11. Nur amerikanisch mit 11.07. Mein Geburtstag war einfach der fucking Code in diesem Spiel. Puh. Oh no. Personal File Peggy Weaver. Nash Forest, das sind wir. Carter Bradley. Barbara. John. Forrest, ne? Guck mir an, was er über mich zu sagen hat.
Get a load of this, Peggy. Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying on the line, and you're more interested in you.
You're right, I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I can read the rest of this
Ich
later.
kann nicht fassen, dass wir wirklich den Forrest Nash hier in Gallow Creek haben. Seine Motivation mag dürftig sein, seine Gehaltsvorstellungen übersteigen unsere Möglichkeiten und er steht aktuell bei allen ernstzunehmenden Sendern auf der schwarzen Liste. Aber wir haben sowieso keinen Ruf zu verlieren. Forrest integriert sich nicht wirklich ins Team. Er scheint die Einzelkämpfer-Schiene zu fahren. In seiner ersten Woche hat er Jeannie, Janine und Brenda genannt. Hoffentlich legt sich das, wenn er sich eingewöhnt hat. Ich habe Forrest für seine Sendung Peggy zur Seite gestellt. Die beiden scheinen miteinander klarzukommen. Was gut ist und es fehlt das Budget, um ihn mit Karen zu koppeln. Oh, Looney, danke fürs Claimen, Leute. Denkt an euren Sammelkarten-Claim. Ist nicht mehr lange, noch eine Wöchli. Und WB Haki. John Hedges. Was war das?
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
Yo, haben jetzt 3 Leute von euch die Karte geclaimt? Wollt ihr mich verarschen? Ihr müsst jetzt Ausrufezeichen Sammelkarte machen und 3-mal Ausrufezeichen Karte, bitte, Mods. Wiu, wiu, wiu. Durch die Wetten, ja, umso besser, hör mal, umso besser. Diesen Monat habe ich leider eh nicht meine Stunden gestreamt. Womit man es jetzt in einem Monat sammeln könnte, leider. Okay. John Hedges, Nachrichtensprecher. Nancy Drive. John hat sich geweigert, während des Kurses mit der Ersten-Hilfe-Trainer zu arbeiten. Ich weiß, dass es im Krieg als Sanitäter gedient hat, aber es war Sendevorschrift, alle dorthin zu schicken. Offenbar hat John einen Haufen medizinischer Ausrüstung bei sich zu Hause vom Militär übernommen hat. Ist das legal? Muss ich ihn melden? Hab mit John mal über die Gratisproben gesprochen, die Brand für seine Rezensionen geschickt bekommt. Sagt, er würde aufhören, sie zu essen, bis er das letzte 3 Mal auch gesagt hat, ist das unamerikanisch, einen Kriegsveteran zurechtzuweisen. John hat den Kurs gemacht. Leute, John, schreibt mal John auf die Liste. John. Danke fürs Claim. Peggy Weaver, Sendeleiterin. Ich habe noch nie jemanden gesehen, der sich so schnell mit allen anfreundet wie Peggy. Sie, Karen und Barbara sind schon eine kleine Familie. Vielleicht sollten wir den Sender mit Girl Power betreiben. Könnte günstiger sein als Strom. Ich frage mich manchmal, ob Peggy insgeheim eine eigene Show will. Zumindest beteiligt sich sie bei der Schrei lebhaft an den Anrufen. Manchmal hatte man den Eindruck, Forrest könnte mitten im Gespräch einen Kaffee trinken gehen und niemand würde es merken. Peggy und Karen haben wegen ihrer Trainingssitzung wieder eine Betriebsveranstaltung verpasst. Diesmal den Erste-Hilfe-Kurs. Ihre Sammlung von Cocktailschirmchen scheint mit jeder Sitzung zu wachsen. Warum machen wir ihr Training in einer Bar? Warum nicht, ist die Frage. Warum machen wir das Training nicht in einer Bar? Freitag ist Treffen in der Bar. Karen hat ihre Rolle in den letzten Monaten deutlich ausgeweitet. Seit Wes gegangen ist, hat sie Hamish Sender zusammen mit dem Timberland-Zwilling komplett übernommen. Hoffentlich kommt sie nicht auf die Idee, das doppelte Gehalt zu fordern. Karen hat Peggy unter ihre Fittiche genommen. Ich denke, das wird Peggy helfen. Sie machen sogar teambildende Trainingsausflüge, um die Effizienz zu steigern. Mir drängt sich der Verdacht auf, dass diese Trainingsausflüge der Sendeleitung strategisch platziert sind. Inzwischen haben beide das Weihnachtswichteln, Erste-Hilfe-Kurs und den Besuch von Teddy Gallows versäumt. Das ist nicht gut für Peggy, ne? Freitag treffen wir uns in der Jules Bar. Als sich Brad als Restaurantkritiker eingestellt hatte, hielten sie mich Leute für durchgeknallt. Wir haben hier nur 3 Imbissbuden und einen Diner. Was soll er kritisieren? Meine Antwort lautet, dass Need sofort zurückschrecken darf, die dunkelsten Winkel des Unbekannten und Henderson zu erkunden. Bradley und Barbara scheinen eine Menge Zeit miteinander zu verbringen. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass sie sich für Brads Arbeit begeistert. Vielleicht sollten wir mal an ihr Treffen nach dem Feierabend teilnehmen. Ich wollte schon immer mehr über Ernährung erfahren. Brad und Barbara haben den größten Teil unseres Erste-Hilfe-Kurses verpasst. Brad hat einen Witz über Mund-zu-Mund-Beatmung gemacht, woraufhin Barbara wütend abgedampft ist. Der Scherz war gar nicht übel. Witze über Mund-zu-Mund-Beatmung. Ha, ha, ha. Barbara. Kommen mit dem gesamten Personal bestens zurecht. Bei unserer letzten Besprechung haben wir ihr sehr gutes Feedback gegeben. Ich glaube, zwischen ihr und Brad läuft was. Nur so eine Vermutung. Barbara hat eine neue Katze. Zwischen müssten sie mindestens 5 sein. Daisy, Murphy, Penelope... 5 Stück! Penelope, Freddy und Lord Winston. Ich muss die Produktivität im Auge behalten. Die Katzenfotos sind eine gewaltige Ablenkung für den Rest des Teams. Barbara hat über meine Idee in ein neues Horror-Drehbuch nur gelacht. Mir ist ganz egal, was sie denkt. Meine Geschichte über ein Alien-Ei im Zentrum der Erde, das am 30. Februar schlüpft, ist absolut genial. Warum sollten wir sonst den 30. Februar sonst verhindern? Hä, wie lustig. Also, wer war das? John.
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason. Hey, Peggy.
Ist Winston nicht ist das nicht eine Marke für Kippen?
I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't. Don't waste time.
You're right. I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates.
All right, good work. Who should I...
I really shouldn't have read both. We're in a hurry.
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Ist das eingegangen?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
God, it sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seemed to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Casey, I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes.
I'm looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible. Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey?
Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second. Sorry.
Es macht ihn
Jason cleans through his
cozy.
bandages. Should I get him new ones?
Nein.
Oh, God.
Don't remove the bandage. Apply another one on top of it. Do you still have something you can use?
I've used the rest of the laundry to keep him warm, so I'll use my jacket. I can always get a new one. I'll fix his bandage and get him warm. Hold on, please. Sorry. I'm done. You're gonna be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? Oh, I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna?
Casey, I need you to be strong for Jason. Sit with him and reassure him that everything's gonna be okay. Okay?
Okay. Please. I can't give him what he needs. Please, help. I can't lose him.
All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said
Oh,
you knew who
süß.
to call earlier? Who was it?
John.
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks.
Who the hell is this calling me? What time is it?
John, it's Forrest Nash here at
Wow.
KFAM. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest? If this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
Ernsthaft? Kann ich mit ihm reden?
John, no, this is a medical emergency. A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or never mind. He's badly hurt and he's going to die unless we get someone to him now.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously? I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John.
Danke,
We'll let him know
John.
you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that,
Geist.
Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. This is John Hedges. I'm here about Jason. Please let me in. I'm guessing that's Jason there. Casey, I'm gonna need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Okay. Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be all right.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason.
Oof, we did it.
After all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
Oh, ist ja ein richtig großes Spiel so auch, ne? Nee, nach unten wollte ich nicht. Nee, mach die gruselige Musik ruhig wieder aus. Ich gehe lieber nach oben. Super nice. Ey, das hast du gesponsert, Kali.
It's getting pretty late.
Jetzt noch?
This
Ich
might
glaube
be
ja.
your
Ich glaube, wir haben
last
alles
break for
richtig
the night,
gemacht.
So try to enjoy it. Give me a buzz when you want to go back on air.
Let's roll.
You got it. We've got another call coming through too.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Screen.
Noch verschiedene
I
Rätsel.
believe we have another caller on the line. How are you tonight, caller?
Forrest, it's me, Roller
Ricky!
Oh, and Maxie's here too.
Hello to you both. What's on your mind, Ricky?
Actually, I think I have some info that might help you.
Did you see or hear anything during the attack earlier?
Not exactly. You see, man, me and Jason know each other.
You know each other?
Yeah, we went to Gallows High and played on the football team together. He was a gnarly offensive linesman, and I was our star wide receiver. Runner Ricky, they called me.
All right, and what does that have to do with tonight?
Well, because George, the guy who drowned, he was on our team too.
Ups.
Keep talking. What happened?
We had our first team party on the night he drowned. He seemed like such a good dude.
Ricky, were you there when George drowned?
No, man. Once the party turned, I beat feet out of there. Man, I remember George and his girl there. There was a whole lot of love, man. I could see it, you know?
Aww.
Ricky, please. What was her name?
I never got her name, man. He just called her Bean. I didn't really know her before or see her after that.
Then what did she look like? Please, tell us anything you
Bean ist ein
remember.
süßer Spitzname.
I just remember a pretty girl, man. I'm sorry.
Ricky, you said the party didn't last long. What happened?
We were just having a good time, and then the next thing I knew, everyone was running for their life. I looked up and saw that goddamn whistling man in the trees. And I never ran so fast in my life. I ran straight home. Didn't know about George until next morning at school.
I'm guessing it was whistling night, wasn't it? That the whistling man was just another kid.
Yeah. I don't know how George died, but I always felt like if anyone deserved to die that night, it should have been me. And
Ricky, it wasn't your fault. You're not a bad person.
I know that now, man.
Aww.
It took a long time to learn, but yeah, just thought I'd tell you all what I know.
Thank you, Ricky.
This helps. Thank you.
You got it, man. Anyway, I think it's time for me and Maxie to free up your phone lines. Thanks for listening, man. I'll let you to it.
Night, Ricky. All right, folks. Looks like we got a new lead in the case. If anyone has any info about this mysterious bean,
Bean
please
ist
call in.
süß.
If she was George's girlfriend back then, she's probably in her mid to late 30s now. Huh. Oh, we have another call coming in, but
Der Hund, ja.
What's
Die
up,
Steuerung
Peggy?
relativ angenehm. Fand ich auch. Oh.
Peggy?
Hä?
you're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax.
Freut mich, dass du es
We'll
enjoyst.
be right
Cersei,
back
danke fürs
after this.
Kommunizieren. Das macht mich happy.
I hope this is good news, Peggy.
Freut mich, dass ihr happy
Who have we
seid.
got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Hello?
I got back through to you. Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
Surprise!
Die-
It's Leslie,
das
our
ist die
911
Polizistin.
operator, leading the charge from Henderson to come save us. It's so good to hear from you. Are you okay?
I am. I'm driving back with an officer from Henderson now. We got back into radio range a little while ago. We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
Ever since you found Sheriff Matthews, it's only gotten worse. It's been a long night.
Well, it shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm glad I got through to you. I wanted to let you all know what's going on. I made it to Henderson. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines, and they had no idea what was happening.
Oh no.
After I told them, well, their sheriff sent a goddamn squad back with me to stop this.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the whistling man cut them?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how the whistling man did it. But that doesn't matter right now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the whistling man is, we can't get him. Her. That's where you come in.
Mhm. Bist du auch happy? War das eine Frage oder war das eine Aussage? Sorry, ich bin gerade voll weit weg, ne? Chill hier voll rein. Kaum was von dem Spiel mitbekommen, kannst du noch nachholen, Sersti. Ist auf jeden Fall so 6 Stündchen Spiel, ist schon nice. Ellie, oh, herzlich, dankeschön. Thank you für den Subby, dankeschön für 39 Jahre, 39 Monate an meiner Seite. Danke. Wer mag hier Wasabi? Meinst du den ganz originalen Wasabi? Habe ich noch nie gegessen. Oder meinst du den, der bei jedem Sushi dabei ist, hier auch bei uns in Deutschland und Österreich und so? Ich muss sagen, ich finde es sehr geschmacksverändernd. Mich stört es eher. Ich mag lieber den eingelegten Ingwer, der dabei ist, to be honest. Also Wasabi benutze ich eigentlich nicht. Aber ich mag so Wasabi-Erdnüsse und Wasabi-Chips finde ich auch geil. Oder so Nori-Chips und so.
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The whistling man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again. We're still a little ways out of town, so if she calls, stall her. Buy
Okay.
as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking to her,
Lange
try to
reden.
figure out where she is. We'll be listening in, so once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
So Cornflakes und Wasabi und Salat, das habe ich noch nie gegessen, aber Nüsse verstehe ich. Das ist geil. Bei Koro haben die übrigens auch Wasabi-Nüsse, falls ihr darauf steht. Mit meinem Code könnt ihr sogar sparen.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forrest Nash's interview of a
Aber wie,
lifetime.
aus was besteht Wasabi-Pizza?
Anyway, I'll radio the other cars and tell them the plan is a go. Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars. Take care now.
We'll see you soon, Leslie. Oh, thank God. It sounds like this is almost over. We're nearly through this.
Best we don't waste any time then. Let's go.
Oh, good timing. Hallo Kachinga. Hello. Thanks for the raid. Danke. Ey, du bist sogar der Erste, der reinraidet. Der Erste mit dem Raid-Text ist der Streamer. Hey, let's go. Herzlich willkommen. Hallo Kachinga und hallo Topstar. Hallo Out of the Luck. Das ist sein Name. Hallo ihr Lieben, ich bin Jules und ich bin gerade ganz, ganz doll cozy, weil wir spielen gerade ein Indie-Horror-Entscheidungsgame, was nicht so ultra krass horrorig ist, aber schon sehr, sehr spannend. Wir müssen nämlich darauf achten, dass wir jemanden nicht töten. Juhu. Und hallo Slicks. Hey, long time no see. Hello, welcome back. Also nicht heute, sondern vor 2 Wochen oder so. Und hallo Corvus. Hello. Ich bin Jules, ich bin 50% cozy, 50% Kirmes. Und ich finde laut ist gleich lustig. Ja. Und setzt euch dazu und schaut mal, was wird. Was wird. Ja. Danke, ich hoffe, der Stream war schön. Wir machen direkt weiter, weil es ist gerade sehr spannend.
Get back on air.
You got it. When you're ready, shut the music off.
Okay, ich bin ready.
Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say things are looking up. It's almost over. But for now, let's bring in our next caller.
Getroffen, yes. Ja, wird direkt wieder reingeschissen.
Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey. I wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John, is he gonna be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine. We've got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. Have you had been
Hey, wir
there
haben alles
then?
richtig gemacht.
God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
Falls ihr aktiv im Chat bzw. aktiv das Spiel weiter mitverfolgen wollt und hier bei mir bleiben möchtet, dann sagt gerne Bescheid. Ich kann euch ein bisschen abholen, was das Spiel. Aber wir sind halt schon 5 Stunden into the game. Wir sind relativ schon am Ende hin. Ich habe heute auf jeden Fall eine Winning Streak. Heute ist bei mir noch keiner direkt gestorben durch meine Hand. Wir sind in einem Radiosender und wir müssen dafür sorgen, dass wir die Leute sicher durch die Nacht bekommen, denn es ist ein Killer unterwegs und wir müssen aus der Entfernung quasi Rätsel lösen und Hinweise finden, um dann die richtigen Antworten zu geben, damit die Leute überleben.
John, Casey, you two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Oh.
Is this Forrest?
Jason, we meet at last.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know. I've got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg, but John gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you.
Der hat nämlich schon noch 10 Jahre altes Schmerzmittel gegeben und dann davon die 10-fache Dosis oder so. Fertigen Pizzateig mit etwas Frischkäse und Wasabi, obendrauf mit geräucherten Lachs und Rucola. Boah, klingt aber gar nicht so ungeil. Frischkäse mit Wasabi zu mischen, klingt irgendwie geil. Also ich hasse halt Rucola, finde ich absolut widerlich. Aber irgendwie klingt das schon pervers.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the Whistling Man is still out there?
Ja.
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Nennen wir ihn jetzt immer noch den Whistleman, obwohl er kein Man mehr ist und alle Chris. Grund gesendet, weil man sich von anderen Nachrichten in den letzten 30 Sekunden unterscheidet. Oh, thank you.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to
Ja,
talk
ich
to
hasse
you about
Rucola
what
leider.
happened
Ich
earlier.
kann das Bittere nicht essen. Es schmeckt für
We
mich wie...
spoke to Roller Ricky not long after you were attacked.
You spoke to Ricky? Is he alright?
He is now. I mean,
Hallo
he was
Chris.
attacked earlier, but
Aber er
this
hört
call
mich
came
nicht, hat er
after.
angegeben.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Sure, Peggy. Sorry, Jason. Where was I? Yep. Ricky's fine. You don't need to worry about him.
That's a relief.
He told us about George.
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest.
Oh.
And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find
Das Game ist
myself in
super
jail
nice, auf jeden Fall.
for a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like it never existed.
Ultra nice. Rucola heutzutage praktisch nicht mehr bitter, ja, aber schmeckt trotzdem so richtig nach Erde und Kaki. Ich weiß nicht, mir schmeckt es leider gar nicht. Das ist sehr cool, ist ein sehr, sehr cooles Indie-Horrorspiel.
Who killed George that night?
Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods and have the Whistling Man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second, met our Whistling Man, pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone. Started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead.
Oh no.
But when I heard her scream,
Ricky mentioned a girl named Bean. Is that who you mean?
Bean. Oh, yeah. I guess George did call her that. Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest.
Oh shit, ja, ja.
Her name was...
What?
Oh.
What happened? Are we still on air?
Ich möchte nicht in den Keller gehen!
How do we get it back on?
We can use the emergency generator down in the basement. Reggie picked it up a while ago in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
An emergency broadcast?
Emergency? You know, nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops. So we can this nightmare.
Fair point.
It's in the storage area in the far back corner, up on the
Ist es Mary?
You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that. I'll see you when you're back.
Mein eigenes Radiostudio. Ich habe schon 2 Twitch-Kanäle, Haki. Ich glaube, damit komme ich genug hin. Damit komme ich Gott sei Dank noch gut hin. Okay, wo soll ich genau hingehen? Was hat sie gesagt? Haben wir zugehört? Ach, in den Keller! Mann! Mann. Ich tu einfach so, als hätte ich keine Angst. Ich habe keine Angst. Ich bin super cool. Und gute Nacht, Luni. Genau, jetzt gehst du. Jetzt, wo der Strom ausfällt. Ja. So ist das. Ich habe keine Angst. Aber wo? Hallo, Wassersport. Wo, habt jemand zugehört? Hat irgendjemand mitgelesen? Hat irgendjemand das Spiel mitverfolgt?
Far back corner. Why is this station so big?
Da hinten ist doch bestimmt die Person jetzt. Oh, ich schwöre, da hinten ist sie. Oh, nee, oh Mann, ich kacke mir doch jetzt schon in die Hose.
That must be it. Boom! We've got power.
Oh, ich wusste es. Ich wusste es.
The whistling man. I need to warn Peggy.
Wo?
Additionally, there appears to be a post. It looks like it was trapped.
Können wir die Person anlocken? Das ist ein Indie-Game, als ob ich jetzt hier so immer wieder lebe und sterbe und so. Als ob hier drin nichts war. Ah! Oh, ich muss kurz Pause machen. Ich kann nicht. Oh, ich habe so Angst.
Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy! I need to get back upstairs.
Oh. Was nehme ich mit? Den Radiergummi. Der Radiergummi ist meine Waffe. Oder doch lieber den Schraubenzieher? Den Schraubenzieher mit. Wenn ihr jetzt auf die Idee kommt, mich zu erschrecken, wirklich, ihr seid die ekligsten vom ekligsten. Den ganzen Stream ruhig und jetzt, so läuft das nicht, ne? Das macht ihr nicht. Oh. Du bist so fies, wirklich. Danke. Die Tür ist offen.
Oh no. Peggy, where'd you go? No way. This can't be happening. A call. What do you want?
Good to talk to you again, Forrest. You know, I've really enjoyed our chats tonight.
I guess we've had some
Warum
moments.
ist sie so flirty?
My favorite was when Ricky ran you out of the rink.
Ha! You sure did get me then, Forrest.
Where's Peggy?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show. But it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
All right, let's.
I'm happy to hear that.
Huh?
I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Oh, let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy Gallows Jr.
Oh.
It's all gonna come out tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even if you crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world...
Wait, where the hell?
Kaffee!
Dr._Chris_ spendet einen 3 teuren
How
Obstkorb.
are you talking
Na, hör mal.
to him?
Danke. Der ist ja ein Süßer, darf ich ihn streicheln? Ist der eigentlich Single?
Ist eine Frau!
Ich frage für einen Freund Ovo.
Ist eine Frau!
If you're here with me,
Danke für den
Because
Kofi.
I'm not there with you, Forrest.
Ist das der Typ, der im Lotto gewonnen hat wegen der Verletzung? Und Junior ist der Sohn von ihm?
Here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
I see you. You're standing right in front of me.
Oh, I get it. You're wondering who's there at the station with you. Forrest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Your son? You mean you... Wait, that he...
Yes, Forrest. He and I had a son.
Sie hat einen Sohn mit George, der gestorben ist in der Nacht.
Of course. That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly. And Murphy, he was right, wasn't he? He did fight a man.
He did. I taught my boy to never run away from a fight.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then are you?
Let me just get this mask off.
Ist die Frau oben rechts gewesen,
Damn
du?
uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie Campbell.
Marie Campbell? George's old girl. Oh. Well, it sure has been years since
Sie ist auf jeden Fall
last
Single, weil
saw
ihr Mann ist gestorben, ihr
God
Freund.
damn it.
Das ist ja auch der Grund, warum er war, also deswegen ist sie jetzt ein Killer.
I'd be quiet if I were you, Teddy.
But
I'd listen to Forrest. Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
listen to me.
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help me reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
Why should I help you?
Soll sie
Why should I
hinhalten?
play any part in this?
Because I think you believe in justice.
You think this is justice?
You have no goddamn idea, Forrest. These people you've been trying to save, they were all in on it. They all knew George was murdered, but...
Murdered? Listen,
Missverständnis.
I said you speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight in piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
Interview you? All right, I can do that.
Thank you. I want you to help me and Teddy tell the story, Forrest. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
I need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek,
Das habe ich schon verstanden.
if I can find out where Marie is, then this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
How would I know? It was 20 years ago.
Hit him again, Marie.
Ow. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
What made that night special?
That was the night Mooney went missing. We couldn't pass it up. I was just surprised no one had ever thought to do it before.
Wait. You mean this was the first whistling night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie.
And Roller Ricky, he was there too, wasn't he?
Yes, Ricky was there too. Runner Ricky, our wide receiver. I helped him off the bottle, you know? Because I'm a decent man.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. He came apart one day.
Das hat er uns
Some
auch
people do.
erzählt. Dass er abhängig
He
war, ja.
had some issues. Wasn't stable. I didn't want him to hurt his chances in life. So, I helped him keep himself together.
You were afraid he would talk about that night, weren't you?
Keep talking.
About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there. Bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the whistling man, screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind. But Ricky was in on it too. I know he was. He and Teddy were as close as anybody. Teddy must have told him the plan.
And for that, you tried to kill him.
That's right. He deserves to die.
But you know, he didn't know, right?
What?
Did you miss that part of the broadcast? I spoke to him earlier. He had no idea what was happening. He said he was as terrified as anybody. Isn't that right, Teddy? You didn't tell him, did you?
Ricky never could keep his mouth shut. If we told him, he would have given everything away.
But he... well... it doesn't matter. He didn't run his mouth enough to tell anybody about it afterwards. He's still guilty.
It was just a stupid prank.
How can you still say it was just a
Polizei.
prank?
Oh, come on. God damn it.
You made George think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I knew noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the whistling man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing.
Mhm.
Telling me it's just a joke.
I can stall for time here. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real. I felt small and confused. And
Tell me what happened next.
I suddenly recognized it was Chuck. Chuck Brody was the whistling man. Laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up at the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
Oh no.
How do you know what happened?
I saw it.
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, God damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar.
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke. If he'd had any brains, he would have realized. Ugh. You bitch. No one's going
Wir haben
to
Bitch mit Hexe übersetzt.
after all you did.
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest. And then governor. And then, who knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip ruin my future?
George was a blip?
He wasn't a blip, Marie.
Look, Lukas.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
Sandra found him the next morning while out jazz running.
she found him in the river, but she lied about that to protect Teddy.
She said something about her rent going up, unless she... Teddy, did your
Nein,
father
das
own
ist Killer
Sandra
Frequency.
Sharp's dance studio?
Ausrufezeichen Goal. Homeless heißt das
It's
Spiel.
Gallows Creek, not Sharp Creek.
I take it that's a yes?
Yes, okay. We own most of the town.
That's it then. Your father was going to run her out of business, unless she lied and said she found him in the reservoir instead of the river.
What my father did in his business dealings is nothing to do with me.
The false reports. That's why you killed Sheriff Matthews too, isn't it, Maria? Not just to get him out of the way, but...
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he just got himself into trouble. And
Fake report? I only heard the tapes.
you'd be disgusted by it.
For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
Even still, she should have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no, that coward killed the story. But Maurice Russell is dead now.
You've been through hell, Marie. I'm sorry.
You've got no idea. Never should have started. You shouldn't have pushed my George off a cliff. You should have been punished. It's coming to a stop.
Macht keinen Sinn, was sie da macht.
Here, where George and I first met, before he joined your football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec.
Gott, komm nicht so nah. Ich weiß nicht, was die Antwort ist. Wo hält Mary Teddy gefangen? Das, wo sie sich das erste Mal getroffen haben. Bevor er den Winning Shot geschossen hat. Naja, dann wohl die Turnhalle, oder? Weil der Footballplatz ist doch wahrscheinlich dann da, wo er das Tor geschossen hat. Und die Rollschuhbahn müsste doch wahrscheinlich ein Date danach gewesen sein, oder?
Gallows Creek High. In the gymnasium.
That's right, Forrest.
Yes.
Not that it matters, but yes, we're here. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So...
Marie? Where? Oh my gosh.
Peggy!
Teddy?
You gotta help me.
Quiet. You'll talk more later. Now I have to talk to someone who mattered more than you ever did. Peggy. It's been so long since I've seen your face.
Sie kennen sich.
Worried you wouldn't come.
Marie! Oh my god. I thought you...
Sag mir nicht, Peggy steckt da mit drin.
Thinking you'd forgot me.
I'd never forget my own sister.
Peggy ist die Schwester von ihr?
Will someone please explain to me what's happening?
Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember?
Ja.
Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
What?
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
I'm sorry. This has to be a lot for you.
What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No, they told me to stay quiet. They only cared when they learned I'd been with George, and
Marie, I'm so sorry.
Oof.
I never knew.
it's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right now. But since they're dead and gone, well, I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Wait. Is that why you went after that kid in the maze? Eugene Stein? Because his parents?
That's right. Eugene's parents were there that night, too.
Oh.
They got themselves killed in a bus accident. And since only their child was left...
Marie, please.
What the fuck einfach.
Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Is there any way I can prove Peggy didn't forget Marie? Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
What card?
The card you made me for my 8th birthday.
Süße Karte.
What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Henderson police! Freeze! No! Henry! Get out of there!
Peggy?
She's been cut pretty bad, but we're here now.
I'll be okay. God, Marie!
Hey, officer! I need you to look after Peggy. She needs help. Now. We got here just in the nick of time.
Where's
Cool.
Marie?
She bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Sicher.
Well, folks, it was a long night, but we made it through together. I'm gonna head off to go check on Peggy. This has been Forrest Nash.
Gute Nacht und guten Morgen. Lasst uns für eine bessere Zukunft kämpfen. Es war ein Schrei.
And it's been a scream.
Das war epischer Abgang. Uff. Oh shit, die haben wir verloren. Ist vorbei, das Spiel? Boah, haben wir viele gerettet. 3 Leute sind nur gestorben. Den haben wir reingeschissen, leider. Crazy. Das war's? Wow, okay. Wow, we did it, Chad! Wir haben es durchgespielt. Was ein cooles Spiel. Also ich dachte schon, dass das Spiel cool ist, aber das ist halt legit einfach genau mein Game. Wow, das war ultra cool. Holy shit. Es war ein richtig schöner Stil. Es hat richtig Spaß gemacht. Auch die Rätsel, die verschiedenen Arten der Rätsel. Das war einfach ultra nice. GG, ist richtig nice. Danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Vielen Dank fürs Verfolgen dabei. Danke fürs Mitfiebern. Danke fürs... ja, ihr habt mich nicht gebackseatet. Ihr habt einfach nur da gewesen. Ihr habt mit mir gelacht. Ihr habt mein Flosschen gehalten. Das war sehr nice. Sehr cool. Also, das ist mein Endergebnis. Das ist mein Endergebnis am Ende des Tages. Heute hatten wir einen Lauf. Heute haben wir alle gerettet. Aber wie cool auch das hier so, die Gesichter zu sehen. Wow. Krass, das jetzt auch von außen zu sehen. Wow. Okay, cool. Wir haben es geschafft. Heute war echt krass. Heute war ich krass. True. Oh, Chat. Wow. Es war ein crazy Game. Es hat mir sehr viel Spaß gemacht. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet mindestens genauso viel Spaß wie ich. Oder werdet es eventuell noch auf YouTube haben. Und wenn ihr Bock habt auf mehr solche Games, dann könnt ihr mir sehr, sehr gerne solche Games einfach vorschlagen oder einfach schenken. Ich kann natürlich nie garantieren, dass ich es sofort spiele, aber ich liebe so entscheidungsbasierte Indie-Games sowieso total. Und ich muss sagen, das war sehr, sehr gut gemacht. Das hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Sehr, sehr nice. What a ride. It's true. Ja, es hat sehr viel Spaß gemacht. Sehr viel Spaß gemacht.